Game resumed.
Alright, we are back with another Starboy game between CowInaPie. It's not Clown this time and ArticHydra, and they are 2-1 to CowInaPie. I don't have the counter here, so just remember that. So in the... Oh, they're playing on Luna again. That's really weird. I didn't know they were allowed to play the same map.
I think that
twice.
How they're doing it is they're allowing some maps to be played twice.
Okay. Alright, I'm not playing...
big maps, because that would be kind of stupid on small maps.
I guess.
Yeah.
Alright.
I feel.
Oh, we didn't introduce the players this time, but you've seen them 3 times already, so you know who it is. It doesn't matter. Crap. This is gonna make the small talk before things happen even harder, because we already talked about the map. Well, we haven't really. We just talked about the doodads on the map and the fact that a very handsome map maker made it. So we have the natural base here. We have a mineral only third that's quite far away, and then there's two large bridges towards the middle area. And then I added a little ravine, whatever you want to call it, in the very middle. I don't think that was there originally, but there's an issue with maps, map porting, and that's yeah. It's kind of hard to explain, but Bird War maps are mostly 128 by 128 if they're square, which is really small. Most StarCraft 2 maps are much bigger, which seems really weird, but because if you played Bird War, all the maps seemed bigger than StarCraft 2. But the reason for that was that everything in Bird War is zoomed in a lot more, and the unit models are smaller, so that makes everything feel bigger on the maps, even if they have smaller dimensions. What we've done with Starboy is we've kind of gone for a mix. These maps are like 142 or something like that. They're a little bit bigger than 128, and the main reason for that is to try to keep the scouting time the same, because the pathing in StarCraft 2 makes it so the workers move a lot more smoothly, so they can reach bases faster than they could in Bird War on longer distances. So that's why we add little things. So when I ported this, I added this ravine in the middle, because or else the middle would be a huge, like, big ol'... It's already a pretty big space in the middle where nothing happens, and it's bigger than it was in Bird War because of the map size is bigger. So we wanted to shrink that in a little bit so you couldn't just flank a mech army too easily.
Yeah, just want to draw attention to the drone hiding on the top right. Not sure if this is intentional or what.
If it's ArticHydra being ArticHydra.
I mean, I don't know.
He has it on a hotkey. He has it on his own hotkey. I don't know if... Yeah, okay, that actually doesn't really answer the question. It just raises more questions more than anything.
Maybe he's just looking at the coral?
Probably.
I don't know.
It's a beautiful coral. So, CowInaPie's gonna scout, but he's not really paying attention to his scouting SCV. Now he is, but I think it's too late. Yeah. So it goes down, but he gets to see most of what's going on here. He didn't scout that hidden drone, but I don't think that would have helped him much anyway. So there's a 3 barracks push now. This is basically similar to the push he did the first game. I think like he's figured out that ArticHydra isn't going to over-defend again, so he might try and do this again. Oh, he doesn't want to get contained, so that's why he does that. I think you do it a little bit early though, brother. This is a lot of lost mining. What is this music? Oh, it's my wife's cell phone. I thought it was like the background music of StarCraft. That was like super happy piano music. Like, this isn't StarCraft music. This has got to be something else. Alright. She's got a new cell phone, so she doesn't recognize the sound immediately yet.
Or know how to turn it off.
Alright, so we have the spine crawler wall, which is a very appropriate timing. I think this is going to be done almost exactly on time. Maybe slightly too late, but 2 of them are going to be done, so this should be fine.
2 of them are going to be done, and yeah, he should be safe.
Oh, it gets the fire back.
3 is definitely an ideal, just that you can snipe off the annoying fire bats and then rushlings in.
There's no +1. Here's the 3rd one again. Now this is nice. He should be able to hold this. Oh, don't want to lose too many workers there. Oh, that was like a super clutch defense from Arctic. I really like that.
Didn't even make a Zergling. He was droning behind all that.
Oh, wow. That's such a stone cold calculated killer.
Yeah. Maybe 4 is the perfect number. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, it was kind of... I think 3 is correct, but like he always had 3 that was attacking, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
He made 4, but yeah. So he's back on 3. Well, doesn't need more now because his opponent doesn't have that much. He's gonna go for... I think the Spire is slightly earlier than the others, but I think it's more that his build is becoming more optimized more than he's actually going for an earlier timing, because he still has the same amount of hatcheries and stuff. So... I used to, like, when I played Brood War, I like memorize build orders down to the T, because Brood War is such an incredibly, like, close game. Like, you need every single little advantage you can get. Oh, he's gonna go for it again, and it's not completely burrowed, which is unfortunate. And he's gonna need some Zerglings now.
There are definitely enough Marines here.
Ooh, the workers coming in, they are pretty strong.
The new one is going to finish.
This is gonna be close, but he is losing workers though.
This is not held. These workers are going to die.
16 Zerglings on the way. The Spire didn't finish. This was just like 10 seconds before Arctic would have been very happy with this. Oh, he's gonna find the Spire. No. Oh, these are Slowlings. Oh, they're kind of surrounded though.
Medic's putting in work.
Yeah, I think he's... Okay, he's barely gonna defend this. 16 links was barely enough just because they didn't have speed. So now he's trying to scrape a couple of Mutalisks up, but this effectively made this Mutalist push that's inevitable to come very weak compared to what it could be.
Yeah, he lost all his workers that were mining, so he doesn't have nearly as many minerals as he could have.
Yeah. Now
As well as
CowInaPie
having to make wings.
is very confident that he can take a natural base now, which it should be, because although there are some Mutas that are going to come, there's going to be so few of them because of that loss, so he should be fine. He just needs to keep them there in his base to defend, I think. I don't think he can even push out with these Mutalisks. That's the saddest thing for a Mutalisk ever, is to stay in the natural to defend.
And there are only 2 of them, so the defense isn't going to be much anyway.
That's true. We'll see, he's actually going to try and harass with him. He needs to be super careful. He could get some workers if he get in a good position, but this is not where you want to go right now.
Yeah. I must say, I really do like Mutalisks in this game. Just always having them clumped feels like the greatest thing in the world until they get irradiated.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's very nice. We actually had an own like Muta movement engine in the game for a while, but once Legacy of the Void came out and you had like a different... Legacy of the Void changed a lot of bugs that was in the game, so we didn't have to use that engine anymore. And after we switched over, their behavior was slightly different, because the fix we had and the fix Blizzard did was a little bit different. But it's still pretty good. We did actually experiment some time with like a clump and unclump button on Mutalisks, but it was kind of clunky to use that. So... I guess, so it's kind of funny because in Bird War the skill was to get them clumped, but in this game the skill is to unclump them.
I don't know, clumping them, it's just so good, because it negates a lot of damage that comes from Marines.
It's hard to target fire 1, so the damage gets spread out. I've actually seen, it's a long time ago, but I saw someone just constantly make Mutalisks and just overwhelm his opponent. Because you can have an unlimited group. I don't know, I'm sure if that became like the meta, like rushing to science vessels or Vikings or something would counter that, but it's kind of a interesting thing that that can occasionally work. Hey, December's come. Yes, this will run on DOS. You only need Windows 3.11 to work on this game. It's very, very basic. Thank you. So for anyone who doesn't know, December's come is one of the guys that has done a ton of work on Starboy. I don't think he's ever been like officially part of the design team. No, you know, he was in... Yes, he was right after Kibel left. He was on the team. That's right. I don't know when he technically left. But yeah. So, anyway, CowInaPie is going to try and contend this third base that is become very normal for ArticHydra. Oh, and ArticHydra, I love this. He's actually just going to straight up cancel it instead of trying to defend this. I think this is good. He should even... Ooh, Hydras, don't go there. They're bad Hydras. Stay out of the way. They should probably... he should probably try and peek at his opponent's base instead, because these Marines are going to stay away for a long time now. Oh, they even found the drone. Nice.
Yeah. Oddly enough, I feel like this game has actually become even after the losses that ArticHydra
You think
took early game.
you say oddly enough, it's become even. Okay, sorry. Anyway, so no, but
I get it.
yes, my math jokes are on point. All right, so no, we have. I would say CowInaPie is slightly ahead, but I agree. It's definitely a much more technically and good game from ArticHydra than we've seen earlier. His defense was almost like perfect, but he just didn't have the links he needed to support the spines to hold that one rush. But he's improving quite a lot. It's nice to see.
Yeah, I find the +1 carapace for air to be kind of odd.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not sure where this goes.
It's like a bird war thing again, but this is more something you did actually in ZVC you get the +1 attack because you have the glaive bounces, so you get like +3 kind of for a +1. So yeah, it's kind of weird.
I know in StarCraft 2 +1 carapace is better because it negates a lot of what +1 attack does. Is that the same here?
I'm not quite sure actually. I haven't really thought about it too much.
You can always have an even amount of mutas, one with +1 attack, one with +1 carapace, and the carapace player will always survive with 2 or 3 more mutas than the other player.
I'll have to test that. I can test that in the unit tester. That's actually interesting. I think +1 attack is better here, but I may be wrong. Anyway, CowInaPie is just gonna go for it? I'm not sure. Okay, the muta should not be that far away with that big of an army right on the doorstep, because if they go for it, he's gonna need the muta to snipe the siege tank, I think. Whoa, what the
Maybe he thinks that there's gonna be a counterattack here with
this is
small amount of marines? Or
really weird.
I don't know.
So, okay, so he's gonna move the siege tank there. He's gonna start hitting the spine crawler. And Arctic needs to push back the spines. There we go. And he needs to, yeah, okay, and the mutas are coming back. This group of muta is enough to kill the siege tank if it's a little bit out of position. Oh, he's just gonna go for it. Oh, but so is his opponent. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, he needs to push back now. He's trying to get the siege tank. Here comes the mutalist. The mutalist needs to get the tank. No, they're just gonna. Oh, that's lost a ton of marines right there.
Only 4 marines left. He can just snipe these tanks and kill all the marines.
That went a lot better for Arctic than I thought it would be.
That went very good.
There was like one moment there where CowInaPie was just overextending slightly too much and lost a buttload of marines to the lurker spines. Like, this lurker has 14 kills.
Yeah, I think it was the tank that kind of set him off. Always takes a little time for them to siege. Gives you a chance to fight.
Yeah, probably.
I feel like sieging is just fast enough that... I don't know. I never felt like that would ever really work.
So we have a Nidus network coming up. This is to connect his 2 expansions. You can only place a Nidus network on creep in Starbow, and you can only generate creep when you have hive. So you can technically do some shenanigans with it now, but this is probably for defensive purposes. What is kind of cool about the Nidus network in Starbow though is that you can unload units almost instantly, like a bunch of them. So if you get one into his base and it finishes, you have your whole army there in 1 second.
So, question, does canceling a hatchery create creep?
Yes, a little bit, I think.
So...
Oh, both push at the same time, and he loses his science vessel.
Ooh, yeah, losing the science vessel isn't good. Now you actually just can't push in here.
Sorry, you were asking about creep. I was just...
So, thing is, so hatcheries create 3x3s of creep, and a Nidus worm is 3x3, right? I believe so.
I believe...
So what if you just cancel the hatch and then place a Nidus there?
That is potentially technically possible. I'm a little bit unsure. Oh, he has a defiler in the Nidus network. This is really smart for avoiding it to get irradiated. When it's in there, he still gets the energy, but yeah, it makes sense. There's actually a bug in the game that if you irradiate something and you put it into a Nidus worm or an Overlord, then the irradiation stops. We fixed that bug on a test map, but we're not sure, well, I'm not sure at least, if we actually want to patch that, because it's kind of a cool trick to do as well. But it's not intended initially. So we have Siege Tank's going to chip away at these lurkers, and ArticHydra has been having... Oh, yeah, he's just gonna go into the Nidus network. Now, yes, he saved his lurker there now. It's no longer irradiated.
Yeah.
Oh. They're so stacked up.
What I feel like could have been good, because in this game positioning is actually really good. I think that if earlier he was able to bring some units like a lurker and a few lings up above this ramp and just waited for him to extend over a little bit too much,
yeah,
I think he could have just gotten the way superior concave and just won this fight outright.
Basically a flank. Oh, but look at that. He is spawning creep and he is making an Nidus roam and his opponent is not paying attention to it, but he has a planetary there though. Well, planetary only do splash damage under Dark Swarm. Oh, he got out of the Dark Swarm. This is really bad. He may kill the Nidus network. That's also really bad. No, oh no, oh sorry, there were actually lurkers on there. He just walked over them. That's, oh, I take that back. That's horrible for CowInaPie. Is he not gonna unload?
Nidus Swarm is finished.
There we go.
Both lurkers.
Oh, and he's got the Dark Swarm over it. This is really nice strategy. Oh, he got the Defiler radiated. That's super important. And he may kill the Nidus network. He's in range of the siege tank now, but he's gonna just move out with workers and everything. I don't know if you want to do that, Arctic. No, he's getting the workers back there. He's getting down the lurkers, but he's also losing a lot of marines there. Okay, the planetary is on cooldown, but it's soon gonna be able to... No, it can't kill anything. It doesn't even scan. Alright, so Arctic is just kind of fighting for his life the whole time, but meanwhile he's actually doing economic damage to his opponent, and that's like super important in a situation like this where you're like up against the ropes, is to make sure you can add a little bit of counter pressure so your opponent can't just expand freely and do whatever he wants. Do you only play Zerg?
Yeah.
Alright. You don't have to sound so sad about it, it's okay.
I don't know. I've always wanted to play other races. I've just never really gotten to it.
Wow, this is pretty cool. He saved most of those lurkers, and he did a ton of damage there. Like, CowInaPie had a hard time dealing with that. This is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
did the like effect for the Nidus when it gets shot? Did it reset every time and just kind of keep doing it over and over again?
No, it's
like
just
every
that. It's just
seconds?
that everything with the Nidus. Oh, he needs to empty those. He needs to empty the units. He doesn't have an exit there anymore. Oh, if he loses his Nidus network without emptying it, he's in big trouble. Oh, there's so many units inside. Oh no, Arctic. Oh, that's horrible. No, everything about the Nidus network is sped up. So all the animations and everything goes faster. So it just looks weird when it dies because of that.
Oh, okay.
It's basically...
I was wondering if it was just how fast Marines shoot, and then there's a bug.
No, it's kind of buggy because we don't really want it to look like that, but that was the best way we found to have them unload and load really fast. It's just to speed up everything about the whole unit. So it has like a behavior on the unit that makes everything go faster about it.
Makes sense.
Oh, there is an exit? Oh, there is. Okay, the Nidus network. Okay, sorry, there is a Nidus network now in the top left, so he didn't lose those units. Okay, I was a little bit worried there. Good. Oh, and again, the planetary fortress under attack. He needs to scan and activate. All right. Oh, he needs to. Oh, did he plague them? No, he didn't plague them. He just has a lot of. You've been trying plague, right?
Plague? Nope.
Oh, you need to use plague. Oh,
yeah, I know what
this
plague
is horrible.
does. It's just I've never actually used it.
It's so much fun to use.
No. I just know that it's really good. You have to research it, right?
Yeah. You have to research it. Wow, Arctic is just slaughtering his opponent right now. Like he's keeping him on on 2.5 bases basically. He's mined out in his main. He's almost mined out in his natural. He's really down in supply and in money. And Arctic is coming back into this game. He's been doing a really good job staying alive, and now it's his saving grace. Yeah, that's a good question, Stylish Guy. I'm not sure, like, if all Nidus networks are connected. I'm just kind of confused. Like, if you make 2 Greater Nidus networks, if they are connected together now? I think so. They didn't, in Brood War, you only had 1 entrance and 1 exit that was connected. But you couldn't lose units inside them because they would just automatically appear on the other side. They couldn't stay inside them. Alright, so we're gonna... Arctic is trying to push in here now. He's gonna kill a lot of Marines. Oh, wow.
Ooh, they all stacked up. Died.
And he's gonna kill this siege tank, but I think he's gonna eventually lose his lurkers just because of radio. Oh, he did an eraser trick there. That's pretty neat, where you radiate your own science vessel and just fly around above them. It only works if he doesn't have units that can shoot up, of course.
Can't you do that over mineral lines?
Yes, you can. It's pretty nasty.
Ooh, I wouldn't like that to happen.
No, that's basically why you need like a spore crawler or something in a mineral line.
That sounds rough.
Well, luckily for you, spore crawlers are much cheaper than they were in Brood War. So.
You need an evolution chamber, right?
Yeah, you need evolution chamber.
It's interesting.
It was like that in StarCraft 2 for a while, and it was like that in Brood War.
Really?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
No, in Wings of Liberty, you needed an evolution chamber for a spine. Not spine, for a spore.
Yeah, I didn't really ever play. Well, I didn't play 1v1 in Wings of Liberty.
Yeah.
I was kind of the arcade kind of kid.
Now you got in hardcore. You're even into mods, man. It doesn't get more hardcore than that.
Dude, I still love the arcade.
Yes, arcade is great.
I think I could spend more time playing arcade than I could playing 1v1 without getting bored.
Yes, I totally agree. I remember it was like that in Brood War 2. Alright, we're gonna have some Dark Swarm coming in here. He's not even gonna need Dark Swarm, but he's gonna put him down anyway. No, he doesn't have the energy.
Now,
whatever.
What I'm wondering is, why didn't R2 get any queens?
Oh, that's a good question.
I mean,
it's a
queens
thing.
are good.
Yes.
The one extra larva that comes out, even if it doesn't come out all the time, is still pretty good.
It is, and just the fact that you speed up the eggs so you can like instantly get overlords if you're almost supply blocked and stuff like that. Oh, but there's a counterattack. This is
the boys.
The last saving grace of CowInaPie. Let's see if he can get something happening. He doesn't have. He needs to kill some drones. Oh, there we go. No, he doesn't get the Dark Swarm. Just seconds away, milliseconds.
I want this to turn into a really scrappy game.
It'd be like they have like 3 units each in one building.
Yeah.
And they have to, like Oh, burrow those lurkers! I think this is about to happen. He burrows just outside the Dark Swarm. Oh, but
wait, no, he just irradiated his own SCP. I don't think he knew that they were biological.
Oh, that's unfortunate. They're basically not. I know they are, but they almost shouldn't be because they're in a robotic suit. But whatever.
Think about it. Science vessel's just an SCP, but bigger, with more people inside.
Yes, a siege tank too.
See, yeah, they all are.
All right. So, thank you, Stylish Guy. Appreciate the kind comments. Okay, so he has the Ultralisk Cavern. He has the research. If he makes a couple of Ultralisks, he may be able to win this game. But he's making Hydralisks. Oh, that's not good. He wanted Lurkers, I guess, but they pop out in the wrong place. He's making 2 Defiler mounts, just to be safe.
2 Ultra Caverns. The one's gonna die, so...
Yeah, that one makes sense.
Yeah.
Is he... Oh, but he has, like... I like this. He's contained his opponent. Oh, he's gonna Plague you. Are you ready for a Plague? Plague! Oh no, dude, don't go so close. No! This is why we watch not professionals play, to get moments like these.
Whoa.
Oh, he's gonna...
Look at how stacked the lurkers are. Top left, the natural.
You can't stack them completely if you want to.
Really?
You can even get lurkers under spine crawlers. If you burrow the lurkers first, and then you can burrow the spine crawlers on top of them.
Oh wow.
Lurkers don't take up space when they're burrowed at all. So you can
I never do that.
You can actually perfectly stack like 10 lurkers on top of each other, so your opponent thinks there's only one to fool him. But then the second he has a siege tank, you're gonna regret it. So
yeah,
it's kind of a gamble.
Oh no, personally, I would feel like getting the concave would be better than stacking them.
Yeah. It's more to trick him to move in with a big group of Marines to snipe it, and then suddenly they're all gonna die.
I mean, how many shots? It takes 2 shots to kill a Marine, I think?
Yeah.
2 or 3. So if you did it in like stacks of 2 and 3, and then did that. I think that would work out perfectly.
That would actually be pretty sick. Okay, so we have a Defiler with full energy. He can Plague and he can Darkstorm. Well, Plague and then Consume and then Darkstorm. Oh, he's gonna see this expansion. That's gonna go down. Oh, are we gonna go for another base trace again? Is Arctic gonna attack?
No, he's gonna pull back. He does have the better army.
Oh, here we go. Oh, he gets. Oh, very nice Darkstorm. Perfect Darkstorm.
Oh, not enough for Plague. And it's gonna die.
But I think he can. I think he can totally kill this army if he just synchronizes his army. If CowInaPie loses all these Marines, he's basically dead. He has little bits of groups here and there, but that's it. Oh, there's another Defiler. Nope. He's just going to be sad and die. That's so sad. Alright. So, is this the final engagement? They're all both going at each other. It's like Braveheart. They're both armies moving at the same time.
Pulls back just in time.
Oh no, you don't want to do that!
Oh no.
Well, there's very little else he could have done at that point.
Yeah.
I think Arctic did this.
He's barely even mining off of 2 base at this point.
Well,
it's more like 1.
You got your wish though. It was a more scrappy game than it needed to be. Oh, he even has another Defiler now. This is really good for him. If this Defiler stays alive, he can just wreak havoc. Like, just Darkstorm can just keep your units alive forever, basically.
I mean, if we do look at the units tab, like, there are only 7 Marines. Like, there are more Lurkers than Marines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but there is a siege tank on the high ground. That's actually going to be hard to deal with. Oh, the Defilers don't have enough energy. And they're just walking...
Yeah.
How many Defilers have died in this game? Okay, there we go. He's going to Darkstorm. He's going to Darkstorm. Come on, Darkstorm!
Get it down! Get it down! Get it
There
down!
we go.
He finally did it.
CowInaPie again is going past it so he can base trade again. No, I don't think that's what it's gonna do. But I think this is it. Now, technically CowInaPie could lift up all his buildings and give his opponent a hard time because he has nothing that shoots up at the moment, but...
I think he does have a Spire, so...
Yeah, it should be easy for him to fix that problem, of course. He's gonna lose that one Lurker now, though.
Oh, a bunch of Lurkers burrowed in the middle of the map.
Holy heck, the range on that siege tank just feels so long when they're on high ground.
Siege tanks are beautiful units.
They are. No, but what I like about this is what I like about, I don't care if it's Star Wars or Brood War or StarCraft 2, but how extreme unit design is. Like, you have games where you have a unit like a siege tank that deals more damage when it's like can't move and less damage when it moves around. But the siege tank, like it takes a long time to go from like the tank to the siege mode, and it's just a completely different beast. Like, it's so incredibly like taking that design, stretching it out as far as you possibly can. I just love that about StarCraft. How every unit is as unique as possible and not just a little bit different from other units. Alright,
Yeah.
So we're gonna have a lot of army from Arctic now. He's gonna kind of like flank with both of his armies, I think. I hope. Come on, go. You can do this. You have enough, I think. Oh, here we go. He's gonna move in here, and now he's gonna move in from the top. And they don't really flank because they're killing 2 kind of different armies, but this is still good enough, although his Lurkers are burrowed kind of far back. I can't believe this game is still going on.
Yeah. Really good trades for the Terran. But I mean, he's barely mining at all. 1 base to the 2 base to the Zerg.
This is like this
3
would...
base.
Defiler! Arctic! Crap! Anyway. Let's just get mad at him for losing all these Defilers. But a 1-base Terran can stay alive for such a long time if he just has a couple of siege tanks in good positions in this game. Oh, look at that poor Marine stuck. Oh no, he's moving it. Look, he was stuck with the siege tank there, but it wasn't.
Again, I still don't know why he hasn't made mutas. He's had this Spire for a while.
I guess at this point when you have science vessels, Irradiate is just so hard to deal with.
But I mean, still, just clearing out, making 5 just to clear out tanks, I think that's totally worth it.
That's true. Oh, but now he's coming in. He just needs to get up on this ramp where the Darkstorm is, and he's going to break through the couple units there, and I think this is going to be it. Meanwhile, though, we have a small units coming in from CowInaPie. He's going to try and counterattack, but There are 3
Mix
lurkers
everything.
stacked. Okay, we're gonna see the lurker stack work now. They're not perfectly stacked, but this is basically... I want to watch this. Okay, so he sees the lurker. I think he thinks it's 2, but it's actually 3. And that's gonna come and bite him a little bit there. Yeah, this is not gonna work for him. And he leaves the game. Another sudden